Close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. That fresh, invisible gas filling your lungs right now, that's oxygen, and it makes up only about 21% of Earth's atmosphere. Now imagine this, not a disaster movie, not a sci-fi fantasy. What if every bit of oxygen on Earth disappeared for just 5 seconds? This is what if, and this is exactly what would happen. At first, you wouldn't even notice. Most people can hold their breath for 30 seconds or more, so your body wouldn't panic. Your lungs wouldn't collapse, your breathing rhythm would stay the same. But while you feel fine, the planet around you would be tearing itself apart. Within the very first second, the world's strongest structures would fail. Concrete buildings, bridges, and monuments would instantly disintegrate. That's because oxygen is a critical component in concrete. Without it, concrete doesn't crack. It turns into powder. Massive structures like dams, domes, and skyscrapers would collapse in silence. Next, metal becomes a problem. Normally, metal surfaces are protected by a thin layer of oxidation. That layer prevents metals from fusing together. Remove oxygen, and suddenly exposed metal surfaces weld themselves together instantly. Cars, machinery, rails, aircraft components. Locked together in place in a fraction of a second. And if you happen to be outside, brace yourself. The ozone layer, Earth's shield against deadly ultraviolet radiation, is made of oxygen. No oxygen means no ozone. The sun's UV rays would hit the surface unfiltered. Severe sunburns wouldn't take hours. They'd start almost immediately. At the same time, your inner ears would be under attack. Oxygen makes up 21% of the air pressure around us. Lose it instantly, and the pressure drop would be extreme, equivalent to being suddenly dropped 2,000 meters below sea level. Your ears wouldn't have time to adapt. Pain, disorientation, and internal damage would occur instantly. And transportation? Forget it. Without oxygen, combustion stops. Engines shut down, cars stall, ships lose power. Planes? They wouldn't glide, they would fall. Millions of vehicles worldwide would freeze in place at the same moment. Then the sky itself would change. Right now, the blue sky exists because sunlight scatters through oxygen molecules. Take those molecules away, and the sky turns dark. Not nighttime dark, void dark. But the worst part hasn't even happened yet. Earth's crust is made of nearly 45% oxygen. Remove it, and the solid ground beneath your feet begins to crumble. The crust would destabilize, collapse, and continue breaking apart. Mountains, continents, oceans, all losing structural integrity. For a brief moment, gravity would take over as the surface of the planet literally falls apart beneath you. And then, 5 seconds pass. Oxygen instantly returns. The air pressure normalizes. The sky turns blue again. Your lungs still work. You're alive. But the planet you're standing on? Unrecognizable. Entire cities reduced to dust. Aircraft scattered across the surface. Infrastructure destroyed beyond repair. All from just 5 seconds without oxygen. Thankfully, this is purely hypothetical. Earth's oxygen isn't going anywhere, so take another deep breath and appreciate just how fragile and essential our atmosphere really is. For more impossible scenarios and mind-bending questions, keep thinking with What If.